Hello everyone, welcome back to Famous Unknown. The president of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, departs from Burkina Faso to Moscow, Russia, for the 80th commemoration of Soviet victory, which is the Second World War. He left Burkina Faso to go there on May 9th.
Yes, as you can see, my man just touched down in Moscow, Russia. Yeah, coming down with his bodyguards, Yeah. So this is where he landed and then met a special person on the ground and then greeting other people,
Ladies and gentlemen, Russia didn't just invite President Ibrahim Traoré to Moscow. No, they didn't just invite him. The man went in with a grand style, okay? They sent a state aircraft. Russia sent in a state aircraft to personally pick him up from Burkina Faso. That's not diplomacy. That's respect. That's symbolism for Africa. This tells the sovereignty of Africa be recognized. And while the West imposes sanctions and sends lectures, Russia sends in a plane. When the Western world invites any African leader, they send in like a lecturer. Sometimes they just send in an email to invite you. But this one, no. Russia sent in a plane. Not just any plane. Vladimir Putin sends a personal plane to go pick up Captain Ibrahim Traoré. And guess what? He also sent along some fighter jets that can escort President Ibrahim Traoré to Moscow. Ladies and gentlemen, it was so interesting. It's like the man was fully protected. The man was fully protected. And I think Putin was sending a message to the Western world. He was just sending a message telling them, listen, this is the man of the moment. This is the man that I need to protect. This is the most important man on earth. It was crazy to see that moment. According to sources, Captain Ibrahim Traoré was taking a normal plane to go. And Putin was like, no, hold up, no, I got you. I got you, brother. And sent in a personal aircraft with fighter jets beside it to escort my man to Moscow.
Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Oh yeah, this is beyond serious. Vladimir Putin didn't just act, he shook the spirits of the ancestors. He pulled a move so bold, so powerful, it left the world speechless. Putin didn't use his top secret plane for himself. No, this wasn't about luxury, it was about protection. When Captain Ibrahim Traoré planned to travel to Moscow, he wanted to take a regular flight. But Putin said, not in my watch. He ordered his most advanced aircraft, one that flies with or without a pilot, one that can detect and respond to any aerial threat before it even appears. We're talking about a plane that even missiles fear, a jet so secure that nothing on Earth can bring it down. And that's not all. Behind it came a swarm of fighter jets. Not ordinary ones. These are satellite-linked, long-range, and ready to strike with precision. It was like the sky had turned into a shield for the captain. This isn't just politics. This is spiritual, strategic, and symbolic. Putin didn't just send a plane. He sent a message to the world. This man is protected.
He gave him the respect. It wasn't like those other people that would just want you to come. But even that, I heard the airspace was shut down. They shut down the airspace, but then they found ways and means to get to Moscow. How can you stop Putin? It's like, that's my man coming. And ladies and gentlemen, when my man Captain Ibrahim Traoré got to Moscow, the reception, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. A whole bunch of dignitaries were there just to meet Captain Ibrahim Traoré. I got proofs.
What you are watching here is Captain Ibrahim Traoré arriving in Russia for Russia Victory Day. May 9, 2025. Russia's Victory Day, celebrated annually on May 9th, commemorates the Soviet Union's defeat of Nazi Germany in World War II, known as the Great Patriotic War in Russia. The holiday marks the signing of the German Instrument of Surrender in Berlin on May 8, 1945, which took effect at 11:01 p.m. Moscow time, making May 9 the official victory date in the Soviet Union. The war, which began with Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941, was catastrophic, costing millions of Soviet lives. Estimates range from 20 to 27 million, including soldiers and civilians. Key battles like Stalingrad and Kursk turned the tide against the Nazis, leading to the Red Army's advance into Berlin. The victory solidified the Soviet Union's status as a global superpower but left deep scars. Victory Day was first celebrated in 1945. With spontaneous nationwide rejoicing, it became an official holiday in 1965 under Leonid Brezhnev, with military parades in Moscow's Red Square showcasing Soviet might. The event grew in scale, featuring veterans, tanks and flyovers, symbolizing national pride and resilience. After the Soviet Union's collapse in 1991, the holiday briefly lost prominence but was revived under Vladimir Putin as a cornerstone of Russian identity, emphasizing patriotism and military strength. Today, Victory Day includes parades, concerts, fireworks and tributes to veterans across Russia. The Immortal Regiment March, where citizens carry photos of relatives who fought, has become a poignant tradition. Globally, the day resonates in former Soviet states, though interpretations vary, with some nations viewing it through the lens of Soviet occupation.
It was beautiful to see my man. And when he got there, you see how all these people were talking about when he was in Ghana, he had a sidearm. You all remember the inauguration of Ghana's president, John Dramani Mahama. When Captain Ibrahim Traoré was in Ghana, he had a sidearm beside him. And people were talking, why are you allowing the man to have his gun beside him? But then he had his sidearm when he was in Moscow. Same thing. Anywhere this man go, he's going to carry his sidearm just for protection. He had it. And shaking hands with Vladimir Putin. China's prime minister was there. I don't know if he's a president. He was there. A whole bunch. They couldn't wait to meet my man. And see, one thing I like about Ibrahim Traoré, when the invitation came in, he didn't just get up and leave. No, he told the citizen. And then they also gave him the go ahead. Like, okay, sure. It was beautiful. When he got to Moscow, a lot went on. They sat down, meetings upon meetings, a whole lot. This shows that Putin is not like those. When I say those, you know what I mean. He's not just like them. He's different. He's a man of his words. He showed that he truly respects Captain Ibrahim Traoré. If it was somebody else, who knows? Who knows? Those that want to find different ways and means to get rid of my man. But not when Vladimir Putin is alive. No, I don't think he's going to sit there for this to happen. So they went for business meetings. People were interested in meeting Captain Ibrahim Traoré. When my man was there, a lot of things went on. Meetings upon meetings, meetings upon meetings. Your way, this is the revolution of Africa, like I said before. And it's going to happen. Africa to the world. All right?
After a successful visit to Moscow, Russia, it was time for my man to leave Russia. All right? So, my man was saying goodbye, as you can see, when he was saying goodbye to them. You can tell it was like saying goodbye to your friends. It's nice, but though they were happy, but you can tell it's like they're sad. My man is leaving at the same time. And I'm 100% sure my man had a good time in Russia, right? Yeah, he had a good time in Russia, boarding the plane to go back to Burkina Faso or Gadugu. Yeah. And they landed safely in Burkina Faso or Gadugu. Yeah. Coming down from the plane. I like the fact that Vladimir Putin gave him a special treatment, picking him up and dropping him off. See? So the soldiers and everybody were ready to meet my man. Welcome back. Welcome back, sir. You know, they're happy to see him back. He spent 3 days in Russia, and now he's back to let them know that everything was successful. All the business meetings, everything was successful for them. And this is what we need to see, that you can move freely. And I know in due time it's going to happen. My man can move freely. And this shows that this guy cares about the nation of Burkina Faso. Unlike certain puppets, they just sit there doing nothing. Nothing. This man has commanded respect from a lot of countries now. Everybody respect him. They respect him. And this is what Africa need. A leader, not a politician. We need a leader. And this guy is a leader and not a politician. People were there to meet him. All of them were there to meet him. And see, he's there to let them know that he's back. All right.
So if you're interested in content like this, please do comment at the comment section. Let me know what you think about this video. And until we meet again, I'm your host, Shaolin the Kasa Harris. I'm out.